How does one achieve true self-discipline in a world teeming with distractions and constant noise? This question isn't just for the modern era, but was also pondered by one of history's most revered figures, Marcus Aurelius. As the emperor of Rome from 161 to 180 AD, and the last of the 5 good emperors, Aurelius not only governed in air, but also delved deep into personal philosophy. His reflections, compiled in the Meditations, offer timeless insights into the art of self-discipline. Imagine starting your day with a clear sense of purpose, undeterred by the chaos around you and steadfast in your mission. This was the everyday reality for Marcus Aurelius. His writings are not mere historical artifacts, but practical guides on how to cultivate inner strength and resilience. Stoicism, the philosophy he practiced, teaches us how to turn adversity into advantage, transform emotional turmoil into tranquility, and view life's unpredictability as a source of strength. In a world where instant gratification often takes precedence, principles of Stoicism remind us of the enduring virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. These are not just abstract concepts, but actionable steps toward leading a more disciplined and fulfilling life. Whether you are battling daily stresses, seeking inner peace, or aiming to boost your productivity, the teachings of Marcus Aurelius provide profound guidance. As we dive into the heart of Stoic philosophy and the enduring wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, we'll explore how these ancient teachings can be applied to modern life. If you find value in this exploration, I encourage you to subscribe and stay engaged. Unlike the majority, you are here to seek deeper understanding and practical insight. Together, we will uncover the transformative power of Stoicism, how it can help you navigate and thrive amidst life's challenges. Stay tuned as we journey through the timeless teachings of Marcus Aurelius, offering you tools and strategies to build a disciplined, resilient, and purpose-driven life. Number 1. Self-discipline starts with finding your purpose. What is it that gets you out of bed each morning? For Marcus Aurelius, the answer was clear: purpose. But how do we, in our modern chaotic lives, find that same driving force? Picture the quiet morning routine of someone who seems to have it all together. A successful entrepreneur, perhaps, who wakes up before dawn to meditate, exercise, and plan their day. The secret behind their disciplined lifestyle is not just a series of habits, but a profound understanding of their purpose. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, wrote extensively about this very concept. He believed that self-discipline starts with a deep connection to one's purpose. In his writings, Aurelius often pondered, "What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for?" This rhetorical question wasn't just for philosophical reflection, but a practical guide for daily living. Imagine a scenario. You have a flat tire. The task is clear. You need to change it to get on with your day. This sense of purpose makes the task straightforward and manageable. Now translate this to a larger scale, your life's purpose. Knowing your goals and how your daily tasks contribute to them transforms mundane activities into meaningful action. Finding your purpose might seem daunting in today's world, saturated with distractions and superficial desires. Here, Stoic wisdom becomes essential. Aurelius teaches us to strip away the unnecessary and focus on what truly matters. Ask yourself, what is worth my time and energy? How can my actions today contribute to the greater good and my personal growth? Consider a story from the life of Steve Jobs, who famously said that remembering he would soon die was the most important tool he ever encountered to help make big choices in life. This realization helped him align his actions with his purpose, driving the innovation that changed the world. Jobs' morning routine, often starting with contemplation, was not just about productivity, but about grounding himself in his purpose. Scientific research supports the importance of finding and aligning with one's purpose. Studies show that people with a clear sense of purpose live longer, healthier lives and exhibit greater resilience in the face of challenges. This aligns perfectly with Aurelius's teaching. Every morning, ask yourself, what am I meant to do today? And every evening, reflect, have I lived true to my purpose? This practice, drawn from Stoic philosophy, cultivates self-discipline and transforms your life into a purposeful and fulfilling journey. Embrace your purpose and let it guide you through the noise and distractions of life, just as it did for Marcus Aurelius and countless others who have found their path. Number 2. Count on yourself. Why do some people thrive in the face of adversity while others falter? This question lies at the heart of understanding self-discipline, and Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, offers profound insights into the answer. Imagine starting your day with the confidence that no matter what challenges arise, you have the inner strength to overcome them. This is the essence of counting on yourself, core tenet of Stoicism. When Marcus Aurelius spoke of self-discipline, he emphasized the importance of self-reliance and personal accountability. But how does one cultivate such inner strength? It begins with recognizing that the ultimate responsibility for our actions and personal growth rests within us. This isn't about rejecting help from others. It's about understanding that our responses to life's challenges are within our control. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before her rise to fame, Rowling faced numerous rejections and personal hardships. She was a single mother living on welfare, struggling to make ends meet. However, she counted on herself and her ability to write. Despite the setbacks, she continued to work on her manuscript, believing in her vision and capability. Her self-reliance and persistence eventually led to extraordinary success, illustrating how trusting in oneself can transform adversity into achievement. This principle of self-reliance is not just historical or literary, backed by science. Research shows that individuals who believe in their self-efficacy, their ability to manage life's challenges, are more resilient and achieve higher levels of success. They are less likely to succumb to stress and more likely to take proactive steps towards their goals. But how do we develop this self-reliance in a world full of distractions and external pressures? It starts with small, consistent action. Set personal goals and commit to them. Reflect on your decisions and ensure they align with your core values. By doing so, you build confidence in your abilities, grounded not in arrogance, but in competence. Let's relate this to a more recent example. Elon Musk, the entrepreneur behind Tesla and SpaceX. Musk's journey is marked by numerous challenges, from financial struggles to technical failures. Yet he has consistently relied on his vision and work ethic. Musk's commitment to his goals, despite the odds, showcases the power of self-reliance. His story is a testament to the Stoic belief in turning inward for strength and guidance. By counting on ourselves, we develop autonomy in our decision-making processes. This autonomy enables us to make choices aligned with our values, rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions or external opinions. It fosters personal integrity and a life true to oneself. So how can you start counting on yourself today? Begin with self-reflection. Each morning, ask yourself, what am I committed to achieving today? Each evening, reflect, have I stayed true to my goals and values? These small steps over time build a foundation of self-discipline, making you more resilient and grounded. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Embrace this Stoic wisdom. Trust in your abilities, and cultivate the self-discipline needed to navigate life's challenges with confidence and integrity. Number 3. Show up every day. What is the secret behind those who consistently achieve their goals? How do they manage to stay on track day after day, even when motivation wanes? Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, believed the answer lies in the simple yet profound act of showing up every day. Consider the story of Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time. His daily routine was not about extraordinary efforts, but about consistent dedication. Phelps trained every day, even on Christmas, putting in the hours required to perfect his craft. His success wasn't built on sporadic bursts of effort, but on the relentless daily commitment to his goals. This is the essence of Stoic discipline, showing up every day, regardless of the circumstance. Aurelius taught that self-discipline is not about grand gestures, but about the steady accumulation of small daily actions. You must build up your life action by action, he wrote, and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible. This principle is more relevant than ever in our modern world, where distractions abound and motivation can be fleeting. Why do we often fail to achieve our goals? The answer is not a lack of capability, but a lack of consistency. We might feel inspired one day and completely off track the next. This inconsistency undermines our efforts and stalls our progress. The Stoic philosophy teaches us the value of regularity in our actions. It's not the intensity, but the persistence cultivates true discipline. Imagine you decide to improve your health. The key is not to start with a grueling 2-hour workout, but to commit to a manageable daily routine. Whether it's a 15-minute jog or a few minutes of stretching, the regularity of showing up every day builds the foundation for long-term success. Over time, these small actions compound, leading to significant improvements. Research supports this approach. Studies show that habits are formed through consistent repetition. It takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit, and each day you show up, you reinforce your commitment. This daily practice builds mental endurance and fortifies your self-discipline. In the modern context, showing up every day means being present and engaged in your tasks, no matter how small. It's about turning routine actions into rituals of improvement. Whether advancing in your career, nurturing relationships, or personal growth, the commitment to daily effort is crucial. Let's consider the example of Jiro Ono, the renowned sushi chef. Jiro has spent decades perfecting his craft, showing up every day with the same dedication and attention to detail. His success is not a result of occasional brilliance, but of consistent daily effort. His story exemplifies the Stoic belief in personal responsibility and continuous self-improvement. How can you start showing up every day? Begin with small, manageable commitments. Decide what showing up means for you. It could be writing a single paragraph of that book, doing a brief workout, or spending focused time with a loved one. The key is to make these actions regular, integrating them into your daily routine. Each day you meet your commitment, you reinforce your willpower, and build resilience. This daily practice embodies the Stoic principle of focusing on the present, doing today's work today, without being burdened by yesterday's failures or tomorrow's worries. By adopting this practice, you cultivate the self-discipline necessary to lead a purposeful and fulfilling life. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Embrace this wisdom, show up every day, and watch as your life transforms through the power of consistent effort. Number 4. Practice voluntary hardship. How can embracing discomfort lead to a stronger, more resilient life? This question, central to the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, invites us to explore the power of voluntary hardship. Imagine starting your day by choosing to face small challenges deliberately, not because you have to, but because you want to fortify your mind and spirit. Consider the story of Theodore Roosevelt, a historical figure beloved in the United States. Known for his robust personality and vigorous lifestyle, Roosevelt often engaged in voluntary hardship to build his resilience. Whether it was his legendary, strenuous life speeches or his personal adventures in the wilderness, Roosevelt believed that facing challenges head-on was essential for personal growth and national strength. His philosophy mirrored that of Marcus Aurelius, who advocated for embracing discomfort as a means to prepare for life's unpredictability. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, wrote that we should discipline ourselves in small things, and from there progress to things of greater value. This approach is not about making life unnecessarily difficult, but about training oneself to handle adversity with grace and strength. Voluntary hardship means choosing to forego certain comforts to build mental and emotional resilience. Why would anyone willingly choose discomfort in a world designed to maximize comfort? The answer lies in the Stoic belief that true growth happens at the edges of our comfort zones. By stepping into less comfortable spaces, we test and expand our mental and emotional boundaries. This practice isn't about self-punishment, but about shifting our perspective. From seeing comfort as a necessity to viewing it as a luxury we can do without. Take the example of Benjamin Franklin, another revered American figure. Franklin practiced what he called moral perfection, setting goals to improve himself continually. He would deliberately subject himself to discomforts, such as fasting or sleeping without blankets, to strengthen his willpower. This voluntary hardship helped Franklin develop the discipline and resilience that contributed to his vast achievements, from his scientific discoveries to his diplomatic successes. Scientific research supports the benefits of this Stoic practice. Studies have shown that people who regularly engage in voluntary discomfort, such as cold showers or intermittent fasting, exhibit higher levels of resilience and emotional stability. These practices help the brain adapt to stress, making us better equipped to handle unforeseen challenges. But how can we integrate voluntary hardship into our daily lives? Start small. Choose manageable challenges like waking up an hour earlier, limiting your use of technology for a day, or opting for a cold shower. The key is consistency and intention. Each act of voluntary discomfort is a step towards greater mental fortitude and self-discipline. By practicing voluntary hardship, we also cultivate gratitude. It's easy to take everyday comforts for granted, but when we occasionally live without them, we begin to appreciate them more deeply. This practice connects us to the reality that many people live with involuntary hardships every day, fostering empathy and a deeper understanding of the human condition. So, why should we embrace voluntary hardship? Because it prepares us for the inevitable challenges life will throw our way. By building resilience through small, intentional discomforts, we can face life's larger adversities with a calm and composed mind. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Incorporating voluntary hardship into our lives helps us embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. It teaches us to value resilience over comfort and prepares us to thrive, no matter what challenges arise. Number 5. Practice dichotomy of control. How can we maintain tranquility amidst life's chaos? Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, provides a timeless answer: the dichotomy of control. This principle, which distinguishes between what is within our control and what is not, can radically transform how we approach life's challenges. But what does it truly mean to practice this concept, and why is it so powerful? Consider the story of Dr. Jonas Salk, the scientist who developed the polio vaccine. His journey wasn't smooth. It was marked by numerous challenges and setbacks. Salk faced immense pressure from various sources: media scrutiny, skepticism from colleagues, intense competition from other researchers, and the expectations of his family and society. The media often questioned the viability of his research, while fellow scientists were skeptical of his methods. These external pressures could have easily derailed his focus and resolve. Yet Salk's ability to focus on his research and efforts, rather than the external pressures and criticisms, exemplifies the dichotomy of control. He concentrated on what he could control, scientific work, while letting go of the outcome's uncertainty. This mindset not only led to one of the most significant medical breakthroughs of the 20th century, but also showcases the resilience that comes from focusing on our actions and responses. Salk's achievement had profound implications for humanity. The polio vaccine he developed has saved countless lives and prevented millions from suffering the debilitating effects of the disease. Before the vaccine, polio was a terrifying and prevalent disease, causing paralysis and death, especially in children. Salk's discovery not only eradicated polio in many parts of the world, but also demonstrated the power of focused scientific inquiry and resilience in the face of adversity. According to Stoicism, what lies within our control are our own actions, reactions, and judgments. Everything external, be it the weather, the actions of others, or global events, is beyond our direct influence. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that becoming distressed by things outside our control is futile and counterproductive. Instead, by accepting this truth, we can reduce anxiety and foster a deeper sense of peace and resilience. Why does this principle matter so much in today's world? Because our lives are filled with unpredictable events and external pressures. Whether it's a missed promotion, a sudden change in plans, or global crises, these externalities can easily derail us if we allow them. By practicing the dichotomy of control, we shift our focus from trying to control the uncontrollable to managing our own responses and actions. This isn't about passivity. It's about engaging with the world more constructively. When faced with a challenging situation, ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, let it go and move on. This practice requires mindfulness and a continuous reminder of where our true influence lies. Let's take another example. Marie Curie, pioneering scientist who faced significant adversity in her career and personal life. Despite the external challenges, gender bias, lack of resources, and personal tragedies, Curie maintained her focus on her research. By controlling her responses and dedicating herself to her work, she made groundbreaking discoveries in radioactivity, earning 2 Nobel Prizes. Her story illustrates how focusing on what we can control leads to extraordinary achievement, even in the face of formidable obstacles. Research in psychology supports this Stoic principle. Studies show that individuals who focus on what they can control experience lower levels of stress and higher levels of well-being. They are more resilient and better equipped to handle life's uncertainties. Applying the dichotomy of control in daily life also means setting realistic goals and expectations. While striving for success, it's essential to find satisfaction in the effort itself, not just in the outcome, which are often influenced by external factors. This mindset shift helps prevent frustration and fosters a sense of fulfillment from the process of striving towards our goals. So how can you start practicing this principle today? Begin by identifying areas in your life where you feel stressed or anxious. Reflect on whether these areas are within your control. If they are, take actionable steps to manage them. If not, practice letting go and shifting your focus to what you can influence. Over time, this practice will enhance your inner peace and resilience. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Embrace this wisdom and discover the tranquility that comes from focusing on what you can control, transforming how you navigate life's inevitable ups and downs. Number 6. Never play the victim. Why do some people rise above adversity while others remain stuck in a cycle of blame and helplessness? This critical question highlights a fundamental aspect of Stoicism, refusing to play the victim. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, championed the idea that true strength and resilience come from taking responsibility for our actions and reactions, rather than attributing our circumstances to external factors. Imagine starting your day with a sense of control over your life, no matter the challenges that come your way. This mindset can transform not only your day, but your entire approach to life. Consider the story of Oprah Winfrey, a beloved figure in American culture who faced significant hardships early in life. Born into poverty and experiencing numerous personal traumas, Winfrey could have easily succumbed to a victim mentality. Instead, she chose to take control of her destiny. By focusing on what she could control, her work ethic, her education, and her ability to connect with people, Winfrey built a media empire and became an influential philanthropist. Her success story exemplifies the Stoic principle of not playing the victim. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that our happiness and peace of mind are determined more by our internal state than by external events. This doesn't mean denying the difficulties or injustices one might face, but rather shifting focus from what happens to us to how we respond to what happens. He believed every external event comes with a choice. How will we let this define us? By refusing to play the victim, we reject the idea that our emotional well-being is at the mercy of external circumstances. This is a liberating realization that opens the door to greater personal growth and resilience. In the face of adversity, do you find yourself blaming others or circumstances? This habitual response can trap you in a cycle of helplessness. Changing this pattern requires acknowledging our pains and disappointments, while also recognizing our capacity to move forward despite them. This shift isn't about suppressing feelings, but about understanding them more deeply and redirecting our energies more constructively. Consider the contrasting example of 2 types of people: those who succeed and those who fail. Those who often fail tend to blame external factors for their shortcoming. They might say, "I can't succeed because my parents didn't set a good example," or "everyone else is doing it, so why shouldn't I?" In contrast, successful individuals like Elon Musk who has faced numerous setbacks with Tesla and SpaceX, take responsibility for their action. Musk consistently evaluates what went wrong, what he can learn, and how he can improve. This proactive stance leads to continual growth and eventual success. Research supports the idea that taking responsibility enhances personal growth. Studies in psychology show that individuals who attribute their success and failures to their own actions tend to be more resilient and achieve greater long-term success. This mindset encourages problem-solving and adaptive learning, crucial skills for overcoming obstacles. By never playing the victim, we embody the Stoic ideal of emotional independence. We develop an inner fortress of calm and equanimity from which we can engage with the world more fully and freely. This doesn't mean becoming emotionless or indifferent, rather achieving a state where our happiness isn't easily disrupted by the ups and downs of life. How can you start adopting this mindset today? Begin by observing your reactions to challenging situations. Do you immediately look for someone or something to blame? Instead, try to focus on what you can control, your response. Ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? This shift in perspective not only enhances your problem-solving abilities, but also strengthens your resilience. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, do your job without whining. Embrace this principle, and you'll find a profound sense of freedom and satisfaction in taking control of your life's narrative. By doing so, you align with your deepest principles and live a life not at the whim of circumstances, but in accordance with your values, no matter what life throws your way. Number 7. Practice delayed gratification. Why is it so challenging to resist immediate pleasures for greater future rewards? This question lies at the heart of understanding the Stoic principle of delayed gratification, a practice that can profoundly impact our lives. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "So you are born to feel nice instead of doing things and experiencing them." This quote challenges us to consider the deeper fulfillment comes from resisting short-term temptations for long-term gains. In the Stoic view, mastering one's impulses by delaying gratification isn't about denying pleasure, but about achieving a higher form of fulfillment aligned with one's values and long-term goals. Delayed gratification involves making choices that might not offer instant satisfaction, but lead to lasting well-being and personal growth. In our modern culture of instant gratification, the ability to wait for something better is a rare and valuable skill. Marcus Aurelius believed that being enslaved to fleeting pleasures could lead to a loss of freedom, as one becomes captive to whims and impulses. By exercising restraint and choosing actions based on reason and foresight, we cultivate a life of lasting tranquility and contentment. This principle is not just theoretical, it has practical applications in our daily lives. Implementing delayed gratification can start with simple habits. It might mean saving money rather than spending it impulsively, choosing a healthy meal over fast food, or dedicating time to study or practice a skill instead of immediate leisure activities. Each of these choices reinforces the Stoic practice of prioritizing long-term benefits over short-term ease or pleasure. Research in psychology supports this Stoic view, linking delayed gratification to better outcomes in career, education, health, and personal relationship. People who can postpone immediate gratification are often better at handling stress, reaching their goals, and living healthier, more fulfilling lives. This principle can be observed in the famous marshmallow test, where children who resisted eating a marshmallow immediately in favor of receiving 2 marshmallows later showed better life outcomes in various domains. So how can you start practicing delayed gratification today? Begin by setting clear long-term goals and identifying the immediate temptations that might derail you. Develop a plan that includes small, manageable steps to resist these temptations. For example, if you're trying to save money, create a budget and stick to it, rewarding yourself with something meaningful once you reach a financial milestone. Incorporating delayed gratification into your life not only enhances your self-discipline, but also aligns you with the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. By focusing on long-term rewards rather than short-term pleasures, you cultivate a life of purpose and fulfillment. As Marcus Aurelius advised, do your job as a human being. Embrace the Stoic practice of delayed gratification and discover the profound satisfaction that comes from living in accordance with your deeper values and long-term aspirations. By doing so, you build a foundation of resilience and wisdom, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. Number 8. Ignore naysayers. How do you stay true to your path when the world seems intent on pulling you off course? Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, offers timeless wisdom. When another blames you or hates you, or people voice similar criticisms, go to their souls, penetrate inside, and see what sort of people they are. You will realize that there is no need to be wrapped with anxiety that they should hold any particular opinion about you. Imagine starting your day with the determination to pursue your unique vision, undeterred by the negativity and doubts of others. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, prolific inventor whose journey was riddled with naysayers. When Edison set out to create the electric light bulb, he faced tremendous skepticism. Many contemporaries, including fellow inventors and the media, doubted his ideas and openly criticized his relentless experimentation. Instead of being discouraged, Edison focused on his work, famously stating, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His resilience and refusal to be swayed by criticism led to the invention of the light bulb, revolutionizing the world. For Stoics like Aurelius, the approval or disapproval of others is beyond our control and thus should not be the foundation of our personal validation or guidance. True peace and confidence come from within and cannot be shaken by external judgment. This Stoic indifference is about maintaining an internal locus of control, filtering out the noise that does not serve our higher purposes or align with our values. In practical terms, ignoring naysayers is crucial in our modern world, where opinions are plentiful and criticism is often just a click away. This involves recognizing that while constructive feedback can be valuable for growth, baseless criticism should not deter us from our path. Stoicism teaches us to evaluate the source and intent of the criticism we receive. Is it informed? Is it well-meaning? Does it align with our core values? Applying this principle means building a personal philosophy robust enough to withstand external pressures. It's about being confident in your decisions and actions, not out of arrogance, but from a deep understanding of your own values and objectives. This is what Marcus Aurelius practiced daily, not just as a ruler, but as a human being striving for virtue in a complex world. The ability to ignore naysayers also enhances our emotional resilience, making us less reactive to negative opinions and more focused on our long-term vision. In a culture that often emphasizes social validation, being able to step outside this cycle and stay true to oneself is both rare and powerful. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, who faced numerous rejections from publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Rowling's perseverance and commitment to her vision, despite the naysayers, resulted in one of the most beloved literary series of all time. Her story exemplifies the power of ignoring naysayers and focusing on one's unique path. By embracing the Stoic practice of ignoring naysayers, we not only protect our mental space, but also actively choose where to invest our emotional energy. It's about not letting external noise distract us from our internal dialogue, the one that truly shapes our lives. In this way, we cultivate a state where our happiness and sense of purpose are not easily disrupted by the ups and downs of life. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Embrace this wisdom, ignore the naysayers, and stay true to your path, focusing on what truly matters and aligning your actions with your deepest values. Number 9. Find wise people to emulate. What is the secret to personal growth and mastering life's challenges? Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, provides a compelling answer. Find wise people to emulate. This concept isn't about copying others, but about learning from their examples to enhance our own character and judgment. Consider the story of Dr. Carl Sagan, the renowned astrophysicist and science communicator. Sagan's illustrious career was significantly shaped by his mentor, Dr. Harlow Shapley, a prominent astronomer. Under Shapley's guidance, Sagan honed his skills and deepened his understanding of the cosmos. Shapley's influence was instrumental in Sagan's development, helping him become one of the most influential scientists of the 20th century. This relationship highlights how emulating a wise and knowledgeable mentor can lead to profound personal and professional growth. Marcus Aurelius, despite being an emperor, often wrote about his admiration for the qualities of others, both past and present. He saw the emulation of these figures as a way to internalize their strengths and virtues. For him and other Stoics, wisdom wasn't just theoretical knowledge, but a practical guide to living well, best understood through the actions of those who have applied these principles effectively. The principle of emulating wise individuals is rooted in recognizing those who embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These could be historical figures, contemporaries, or even characters from literature who demonstrate resilience, ethical integrity, and rational thinking. The key is to look for individuals whose lives provide a roadmap for facing challenges with grace and determination. Applying this principle today involves a thoughtful selection of role models whose values align with our aspirations. It's about more than just admiration. It's about critically observing how these individuals navigate their lives, make decisions, and handle adversity. This practice encourages us to ask, what about this person's approach or mindset can I incorporate into my own life to improve my conduct and choices? Emulating wise individuals bridges the gap between abstract philosophical concepts and everyday actions. It provides concrete examples of how Stoic principles can be lived out, making these ideals more accessible and compelling. As we see the tangible impact of Stoic virtues in the lives of those we respect, we become more motivated to adopt these practices ourselves. In modern terms, it's often said that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This adage underscores the importance of surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire and challenge you to be better. By choosing to associate with people who exhibit the virtues and qualities you aspire to, you set a higher standard for your own behavior and decision. Let's consider the example of Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, another prominent astrophysicist, who was greatly influenced by Carl Sagan. As a young student, Tyson was invited by Sagan to spend a day at Cornell University. This experience left a lasting impression on Tyson, guiding his own career in science communication. By learning from Sagan's example, Tyson has continued the legacy of making complex scientific concepts accessible to the public. In seeking out and emulating wise people, we engage in a dynamic form of learning and self-improvement. It's a proactive approach to personal development that reinforces our commitment to growth and excellence. By surrounding ourselves with the influence of virtuous individuals, we propel ourselves toward becoming the wise individuals we seek to emulate. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, it'll even do to socialize with men of good character in order to model your life on theirs. Embrace this wisdom and actively seek out those whose lives and actions can inspire and guide you. By doing so, you not only enhance your own journey, but also contribute to a legacy of wisdom and virtue that can influence others. Number 10. Honestly review your day. What if the secret to personal growth lies in the quiet moments of reflection each evening? Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, believed that the practice of honestly reviewing your day was essential to self-discipline and personal development. These are the characteristics of the rational soul: self-awareness, self-examination, and self-determination, he wrote. This principle isn't just about recounting the day's events, but involves a profound and reflective examination of one's thoughts, actions, and responses. Consider the story of Benjamin Franklin, one of America's founding fathers, who famously maintained a daily schedule that included a period of reflection each evening. Franklin would ask himself, "What good have I done today?" This simple yet profound question guided him in assessing his actions and decisions, ensuring they aligned with his values and long-term goals. Franklin's commitment to self-examination contributed significantly to his success and legacy. The practice of honestly reviewing your day serves as a feedback loop, helping you become more conscious of your actions and decisions. For Stoics, the purpose of this daily review isn't to dwell on mistakes or indulge in self-criticism, but to observe and adjust. It's about learning from each day's experiences and using that knowledge to refine oneself continuously. Incorporating this practice into modern life can be incredibly beneficial. It encourages us to end each day with a moment of quiet reflection. During this time, you can ask yourself several key questions. How did I respond to challenges today? Did I act according to my principles? What could I have done better? Were there moments where I lost control, and why? Reflecting on these questions helps you develop greater self-awareness and guides you in living a more deliberate and intentional life. Moreover, this practice can foster a sense of peace and completion at the end of each day. It allows one to address any lingering thoughts or stresses by confronting them directly rather than carrying them into the next day. This can be especially powerful in our fast-paced world, where it's easy to lose track of our deeper goals amid daily distractions and pressures. By honestly reviewing your day, you engage in a form of self-accountability that is gentle yet rigorous. It's about recognizing your strengths and acknowledging areas for improvement without judgment. This Stoic habit builds resilience and wisdom as it teaches you to be both the student and teacher in your life's journey, constantly learning from your own experiences and striving to embody the virtues that define Stoicism. Research supports the benefits of this risk-reflect practice. Studies show that individuals who regularly engage in self-reflection experience higher levels of self-awareness and personal growth. They are better able to set and achieve their goals, manage stress, and maintain emotional well-being. How can you start this practice today? Begin by setting aside a few minutes each evening for reflection. Use this time to ask yourself the key questions that will help you assess your day. Write down your thoughts if that helps you process them more clearly. Over time, this practice will become a powerful tool for self-improvement and personal growth. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Embrace this wisdom by incorporating the practice of honestly reviewing your day. By doing so, you align more closely each day with the ideals you cherish, transforming not only how you view your days, but also how you live your life. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of Stoicism and the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to master yourself and embrace the virtues that define a well-lived life. If you agree with the 10 insights shared in this video, comment the number 10 below. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Your presence enriches our community, and we're grateful for it. Until next time, keep living intentionally and wisely.